Hey, so I basically wanted to come through because I need some advice, and we are friends now, so I just wanted to know what you thought about this. I normally don't really come through on this channel talking about my personal life or my personal business, but I really do need some advice, and I want to know what you think about my life decision that I have to make. Okay, so some background information. I'm 25 years old. When I first graduated high school, which was back in 2006, I had a full scholarship, a full engineering scholarship to go to a school in South Carolina. I went to the school for maybe 4 weeks and I hated it out there. I really did not like South Carolina at all. So I left after a month and I came back home, which is in Maryland. When the next semester started, I applied for a community college. I went to the community college and I really did not like it at all, but I did complete one semester there. After that one semester of a community college, I started working full-time and I started making money, and that could be a dangerous thing, being so young and making money that you don't even realize the importance of school or education or whatever. So you just start working and time is going by and you're not realizing the time that you're wasting, you know, working for somebody else. I worked for like a year, and then I decided to move to New York. So I moved to New York and I pursued modeling, commercial modeling, and that didn't really go so well. New York is very, very cutthroat. It's a very tough town to make it in. It's just very, very rough. But I gave it my all, and me being 17, 18 years old, moving to New York, not knowing anything, like not having a plan, just knowing that I wanted to be a commercial model, that I wanted to be in magazines and on TV and all that stuff. I had no set plan, I had no guidance, I had no one to show me what was right or wrong. So basically in my mind, I'm like, okay, let me just, you know, go to every casting call, go to every agency and talk to everyone, but that was not really the route that I should have taken. I'm really artsy, I'm really artistic, so my dream has always been to be an actress, but I had no idea of the necessary steps that was needed to become an actress. In my mind, I'm thinking that college is so expensive, and my friends who were in college currently, they were struggling and they couldn't find a job, and when they graduated school, they still couldn't find a job. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm making money. You know, they're working these little mediocre jobs and I'm making money. I'm having, you know, I'm making more money than them. Why don't I not go to school? Let me just continue to work. So time went on, and then it just dawned on me, like, I cannot work at this specific place anymore. I'm not happy. I don't like it. I really hate it, and it's not where I see myself working for the next 5 years. My sister always told me, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail by default. And I think that is the truest thing ever, because I did not plan on working there for maybe a year or 2 years or whatever. I had no plan, and then moving on or going to something better or whatever. I had no plan. So when you don't have a plan, you're wasting time. Life is constantly going on around you. Things are happening, and you're sitting back watching it all happen. Last year I found out that Howard University had an amazing acting program, and I was so excited when I found out about that I applied for the school. I got accepted into the school. I auditioned for the acting program, and I basically had to do like a monologue. I had to do 2 different monologues in front of a panel of judges on a stage, and that was my first real audition, my first real acting audition. I mean, they only choose a small number of students each year to be in this acting program. So for them to pick me, I was so thrilled. I was so excited. I was just so amped and, you know, ready to start. So anyway, August comes and I go to the financial aid office and I'm asking them, do I have any financial aid? I'm ready to start the program. Where's my financial aid? And they look at me and they say, you didn't get any financial aid at all. So basically all of the money has to come out of your pocket. How much is the school? School is $11,000 or $12,000 per semester, and there's 2 semesters in 1 year. So it's about $24,000, $24,000 a year, based solely just on tuition. So $24,000 a year on tuition. what about the transportation? If I end up staying on campus, what about room and board? It's really expensive. I know the school is great. It's a wonderful, wonderful school. There's so many celebrities that graduated from this acting program, which I am so honored to be able to even gotten picked. This opportunity means the world to me. But at the time, I'm like, okay, how am I going to pay for this? I apply for the loans. I don't get approved. I'm like, I don't understand what's going on. I really don't understand. Maybe I didn't get approved because I'm still paying for my car. So to make a long story short, could not go that semester. I couldn't go last year because my car wasn't paid off yet. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'll just give it a whole another year. My car will be paid off. I have enough money saved, you know, at least to put a down payment down on the school or whatever. So I spoke to the head of the acting department and I asked them if I can come back next year, which is now, and if they could hold my space. So basically, I had to re-audition. Although they said they held my space, I had to re-audition just to get reacquainted with the judges and the professors and the students that they chose, just so they can get a feel of me and my talent and just to see what I need to work on and stuff. So they contacted me back again and they said that I did really well at the second audition and they want to invite me in again for the acting program. So now, this is May 2014, and I'm still stuck with this financial burden of $24,000. Basically, my car's paid off, and I need to come up with like a loan or something. So I applied for so many different loans, and basically, I didn't know this, but this is news to me. One of the loan companies told me that anytime you apply for a student loan, now I think this is something new with the recession, I don't know, but basically whenever you apply for a student loan, you by default have to have a cosigner. You can't do it on your own anymore. So all my cosigners that I came up with applied for the loans with me and they all got denied. I mean, what happens when you cannot get a loan? Your parents don't get approved. Your family's not getting approved. Your friends are not getting approved. You don't have a cosigner. You can't get a loan on your own. What happens? You don't have any financial aid. I have no financial aid at all. They never, FAFSA, they never give me any type of aid. I apply every year. I'm an independent student. I'm 25. One of my parents are alive. The other one is deceased. I am struggling. I'm independent. I mean, I don't understand. How are you supposed to pay for a school that's close to $25,000 a year just on tuition? That's not even including the books, the fees, all this other stuff, the room and board, transportation, money in your pocket, you know, just to survive. Like, how do you pay for that? I'm not even going to think of staying on campus because that literally would be like $45,000 a year, which I think is just crazy. Acting is my #1 goal. It's my dream. It's my passion. It's what I want to do with the rest of my life. It's the only thing I see myself doing for the rest of my life. And I know that Howard University has produced so many celebrities. They've produced so much talent from that school. Just being trained by professors who currently work in the field is amazing. It's like one of the greatest opportunities ever. You have all the celebrities coming back to visit you and mentoring you through it, but dang, it comes at a cost of $42,000, $25,000 a year. That's crazy. Like, it's so expensive. I know that your education is definitely an investment that you have to invest in yourself, and you got to put your money where your mouth is. But at the same time, what do I do in this situation where I don't have any financial aid? I've applied for grants. I've applied for scholarships. I've applied for everything you could think of. I've contacted the superintendent of DC. I've contacted the superintendent of Maryland. I've contacted the school president, the director of financial aid. I've contacted everyone, and I really don't know what to do at this point. The fact that the acting program accepted me 2 times in a row, 2 years in a row, is big for me, and school starts in 2 months. I don't really know what to do as far as going to this school. This is what I really want to do. I want to get trained by these professionals, but I don't have the money. and I don't have the means of resources either. When I say scholarships aren't working, I've been applying for scholarships for months. You can go on a scholarship website and it will transfer you to another website. And then that one will transfer you to another website, and that website, the web page won't work. Or I went to the financial aid office and I sat down with one of the financial aid officers and I talked to them about my story and the fact that I want to go to the school so badly, but I can't afford it. They gave me a paper and told me, oh, these are the scholarships that we offer. Yeah, follow us on Twitter. Here, you can just take this and go apply for the scholarships. I go home right after I left there. Go on the websites. The very first website, scholarship expired 2 years ago. Second website, scholarship expired last week. Third website, you have to be a student of the University of Oklahoma to apply. I mean, these scholarships are, looking for scholarships not only is a full-time job, but it's also nearly impossible to find them. Like, everyone's like, oh, it's free money out there. Go get you a scholarship. Go find a scholarship. But I mean, I'm looking at all these websites that are giving me no results, and I don't understand really what to do. My question is, should I step out on faith and move to LA? I know LA is where I need to be. That's where all the TV shows are, movies. That's where all the casting calls are. I know New York has Broadway and all this other stuff, but I don't have a degree. With acting, you need the training, you need the classes, you need to constantly improve your skill. You have to constantly work on your craft. And Vivica Fox told me that a few months ago. I saw her at my job and I ran to her. I was like, Vivica, she was so sweet, and she gave me a hug and she was like, you know what, stay in school, definitely keep taking your acting classes. It's really important to work on your craft. You always have to work on your craft. It's very important as an actor or anything that you do to always elevate yourself, because you can never have enough education. You can never be the best of the best. There's always going to be someone better, but you can always try to improve yourself. Should I step out on faith and pack up everything that I own in my car, drive from Maryland all the way to Los Angeles, get an apartment out there, and pursue my acting 100%? Or should I stay here and, you know what I mean? I'm just not fulfilled here. I'm not happy with my current lifestyle of not working on my dream as I need to. My friend was telling me that you're never going to be ready. You're never going to be ready. I could say, oh, in a year, I'll have enough finances to survive in LA for a little bit. I'll have enough of this and that and that, and I'll finally do this. You know, I can have a plan, and I can say that my plan will take effect in a year or whatever. But my friend told me that you're never going to be ready. It's never going to be the right time. The best thing that a person can do is just do it now. Don't let time go on without doing what you truly want to do. But the thing that scares me about LA the most is that I don't know anyone. You know, I travel there a lot. I don't really know anyone. I don't have any contacts that I can call. If I'm sick, I don't have anyone to call and say, do you have any chicken noodle soup? I don't have anyone there. And that scares me so much. But what also scares me is, what if I do get this student loan and I have to take out $100,000 for my 4 years of school? What if I do get the student loan and I graduate and I'm in debt over $100,000 and I am an actress, a struggling actress, and I can't find anything? What happens then? What happens when I get to LA and I don't know anyone and I'm sick, or I lose my car keys, and who do I call when my parents, my family, everyone that I know, everything that I'm used to, everything that I'm accustomed to is on the East Coast? That scares me so much. But sometimes in life you have to step on faith. Like Martin Luther King, he once said, you take the first step on faith. You may not see the whole staircase, but just as long as you take the first step, then you're going in the right direction. So I am leaning towards packing all my stuff and moving to LA in February. and I'm like scared because I don't know what to expect. I have absolutely no idea of how living in LA is. Like I'm an East Coast girl. I don't know. But what do you think I should do? What should I do? I really do want to hear your comments below. What should I do in this situation? Because this is like one of the biggest decisions that I've ever had to make, and this can change my life forever. Good or bad, it can definitely change my life. But I know one thing, if I do move to LA, I'll be doing vlogs weekly because I know it's definitely going to be an adventure. I know it's not going to be easy. Nothing is, but me just picking up on my own and moving across the country, it's really scary. Please let me know what you think. Have you ever done anything sporadic like this? If you're in school, how did you pay for school? What scholarship websites did you go on? Did you have financial aid? What should I do? Because I don't know anything about the school, student loan, financial aid stuff. What did you do when you graduated and you're like in over your head of debt? It scares me so much. Like, both options scare me. Although both options scare me, the one thing that scares me the most is wasting another year working at the job that I hate, living the life that I really don't like, because I know that in my heart I'm supposed to be in LA, or I'm supposed to be working on my passion at Howard University. I'm supposed to be doing something other than working this job. Thank you for listening. I've been battling with this for the last few weeks. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I really just want to hear your opinion and your feedback. So please leave your comments below, or some sort of words of encouragement, because I was a little low on my faith at this point. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Yeah, I hope to hear from you all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye. See you in my next video.